my name is Mary, and I am here at the sewing room in Tucson, Arizona to talk with you today about the LaStar ironing system. I've been using the LaStar for about 4 years, and I absolutely love it. I thought the easiest way to show you what it can do is to walk you through a normal sewing day at my house. So I'm going to start off the day planning my quilt, and I'm just like the rest of you. I have these beautiful collections of fat quarters sitting on my shelf ready to go into a quilt. But who wants to start their day pressing each and every one of these fat quarters? Not me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the fat quarters and I'm going to lay them in a stack on my ironing board. I have 6 here and I'm going to press them all at once. The powerful steam and the heat of the iron is going through all the layers of fabric so that I can get them pressed all at the same time. And that's one of the reasons I love the LaStar, because of the time it saves. And look at that. My fabrics are ready to go. So I'm going to do what every good quilter does, and I'm going to cut apart perfectly good fabric and sew it back together again. So now I've made my blocks. Now the secret to a beautiful quilt is a well-pressed block. So I'm going to use steam to press my block. I have this vacuum fan set on my ironing board, and what it's doing is it's gripping my block so that it doesn't move. Also, I did say I was using steam. You may have been told in your quilting classes not to use steam, and that was because in our traditional irons, the steam is wet, and it has a tendency to distort our blocks. Not so with the LaStar. This is a dry steam, and it's microfine, so it's not going to distort your blocks, and it's not going to leave them damp. So my blocks are done. I'll sew them together in a quilt, and now time to move on to the backing. So I'm sure what many of you have done with your backings is you've pieced them together. Now don't be alarmed by that sound you're hearing. That is just the boiler heating up some more water to get the steam ready for the next press. So here's my backing. What you probably do at home is you lay it on the board and you press, and then you scooch it over and you press some more. And you keep repeating this process until all of your backing is pressed, but it's all puddled on the floor. And because you were probably using a traditional steam iron, it's re-wrinkled because it's damp. So let me show you a trick. I'm going to take my backing and I'm going to fold it into quarters. So now none of it is on the ground, and I have layered fabric just like my fat quarters, and I'm going to press through all layers. And again, the LaStar is saving me time. So now my backing is ready. Time to get the batting ready. Now when you purchase batting at the sewing room, it comes in packages like this. And what we usually need to do is open it up, drape it over chairs or a table, and let it relax. But I want to get started quilting now. I don't have time to relax. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my batting and lay it on the board. And now I'm going to change the setting with the press of a button so that it is now raising up or blowing. Did you see how it raised up? And now I'll hover the iron and steam over the wrinkles. And now my batting is ready to go. This trick is also helpful with soft and stable. Maybe you like to use this when you're making bags. It comes all tightly wrapped in a package, and do the same thing. Lay it over your ironing board and give it a steam, and those creases will go away. Now your quilt is done. You've quilted it, you've bound it, you're ready to gift it. It needs one final press. So I'm going to lay it over my ironing board. And with the blower still on, just give it a nice press. The steam in the LaStar iron is a hygienic steam. It kills 99.9% of bacteria, dust mites, and fungi. So I know that my quilt will be sanitized in any fabric that I press. Plus, because it's a dry steam, I don't have to worry about any moisture getting into the batting and then growing things while it's stored away. The LaStar iron comes with a soft sole plate. This reduces the temperature to 250 degrees, so then it's perfect for pressing your delicate fabrics and even embroidery. It's non-stick, so if you're using fusibles, it won't stick. Now, speaking of fusibles, You ever struggle with putting on that fusible interfacing or stabilizer and then having it come up again? That is not going to be a problem with the LaStar. I have some interfacing here. Give it a press. And it's firmly secure and ready to use. The LaStar ironing system that I have been using for today's demonstration is the Smart Use system. By system, that means it is the iron and it is the board together. Down below, we have the boiler, and this is where we put tap water in to be heated up for steam. It's heated once in the boiler, and then as it comes up to the iron, it's heating a second time. That's how we get that hygienic steam. Your power buttons are down here and your different settings for what you would like to do with the iron. This is the LaStar Lift model. It is a portable ironing system that you would use with your own ironing board. We have it placed on our optional steam cart. I'd like to point out the sole plate. This is a 3D sole plate, which is the same that is on our LaStar Smart U. It helps to push your fabric out of the way to prevent wrinkles. The beauty of the portable system is that you can take it where you need it. Do you need to steam the drapes in the dining room? Take it on in there. Or maybe you need to freshen up a suit that's hanging in the closet. So it's very easy and portable to use. Now, I should mention, the LaStar does a wonderful job pressing your clothes. And because it's so easy to use, you can get quickly through that task and onto the things that you really want to do, which is making quilts or other sewing projects. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the LaStar ironing system. And if you have more questions or are interested in adding one to your sewing room, please give the sewing room a call today. Thanks.